Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we'll be talking about season 2 of the show Alice in Borderlands. Fun fact, Tsuchiya, who plays Yamasaki, did her own stunts for the show. This season came out in 2022 and stars Kento, Yamasaki, Tsuchiya, and Murakami, and was directed by Shizuki Sato. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alice in Borderland shows how a group of people are transported to an alternate version of Tokyo and are forced to play games in order to survive. Each game has a type and difficulty represented by playing cards, and in season 1, we see them clear all of the number cards, but in this season, they must face the more difficult face cards. Alice in Borderlands is a high stakes game that will have you on the edge of your seat. It has similar vibes to Alice in Wonderland, Squid Games, and Escape Room. From the beginning of this season, when we are introduced to the King of Spades, we learn that the face cards are not here to play. Throughout the season, the games were more intense, and while watching, I was constantly thinking that if I was ever in this game, I would have never made it through it, mostly because I would spend most of the time trying to figure out what the rules really mean. I love with this show there is so much that you don't know, but they'll randomly drop in character backgrounds and you slowly get to know more and more about what people's lives were before they joined the game. I thought it was interesting to have so many important players, yet for so many of them, we really didn't know their backgrounds, and some people's backgrounds helped to explain how they survived for so long. It was a cool decision having this game be in Tokyo, but a Tokyo without people. It made it more realistic that there could be all of these games all around the city and people can go to them, while also really testing out how big the games could actually be. One thing about this show that I learned from season 1 is that they aren't scared to kill people off. Arisu is like the main character of the show, and in season 1, about 3 episodes in, his friends, who I really didn't think were gonna die, end up dying. In this season, there was episode 7 when everyone came together to face the King of Spades, and it did not end well. I think showing death makes it seem more high stakes and realistic because there is no way that there are people around them in this game dying, but no one from their friend group ends up dying. But I honestly was not prepared for so many characters to get killed or critically injured in that episode, but the King of Spades was really living up to his name. Speaking of the deaths, some people making it out alive of certain situations was a little unrealistic. There were some people who were definitely critically injured and would not have survived, but somehow they did and popped up again. Some of the characters were used to shake things up, but I was like, I'm gonna let this slide for now, but realistically, there is no way that you should be alive. Throughout the series, there are guns, and I always wondered why the main group of people would never pick up a gun. There were some games where they clearly would have been an advantage, but for some reason they just never picked up any weapons, which kinda irritated me. I think my favorite part of the show is the ending. We found out that everyone in the game is injured from a meteor hitting Tokyo. It's a sad but happy ending where the games are won and the people that are left living are given the chance to leave or to stay, and we later find out that everyone who chose to stay or died in an earlier game is dead in real life. There's a moment where Arisu sees his friends again, and it's really sad because he already had to see them die in front of him, and in this moment he sees them again, but they won't be coming back with him. I thought that this could be a dope series end because we have spent the 2 seasons trying to figure out why they are all in this game and if there's anything that connects them. And in this moment, we see that there is an actual reason that they're all in this game. They do show the Joker card at the end, which I completely forgot about when I was thinking about a deck of cards. So there could be more, or it could just be the end, which I would be perfectly fine with. Alice in Borderlands is a show that will have you stressed and depressed, and it is stacked with an amazing cast. Season 2 is great, but I think the series as a whole is magnificent, and after watching it, I realized that it may be one of my favorite Netflix series. If you haven't seen Alice in Borderlands, then honestly, you should stop what you're doing and watch it. Thank you for watching my video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you have not subscribed, please do so you can keep up to date with more of my videos. But besides that, everyone stay safe, have fun, and goodbye.